Stop coming home bragging to me about how much you don't need me and wonder why I shy away. Oh, y'all ain't gonna talk back to me this morning.
First and foremost, we have to be fair. Over the years, media takeout has been known for lying, they have been known for exaggerating things, and we have to take some of the things that they post with a grain of salt. However, let's assume that they are telling the truth. We did see that over social media, TD Jakes got a lot of backlash, especially from black women, for his comments. Let's address the elephant in the room. Both black men and women in the black community need each other. Bishop T.D. Jake was simply trying to give advice to help rebuild the black family.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, giving all praise to Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, Bahashim Rachak Wadash, double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone who rule well. Peace and blessings to the hopeful elect. Shalom to the men of the Lord, prophesying, preaching, and teaching in the highways and byways in sincerity and in truth. Shalom Barakathum. And what you see here is the result of a very viral clip of, I played it a little bit earlier in the video, of so-called Bishop T.D. Jakes finally, after decades of taking money and, you know, getting tights, basically getting rich, you know, getting that filthy lucre off of pandering to the worst qualities of our people, you know, the worst qualities of our women, which has been a major stumbling block. After all of these years, he's finally decided to be truthful and rebuke, you know, our women. And, you know, the result of it you can see here is I can never take. No, that's not what I wanted to get on this caption here, but I think it said it earlier, where it says his church was basically empty. So you can see his church, which is usually packed out because they want to hear smooth things, right? You can see the next Sunday his church service is a lot empty, you know. Now if this is true, which I believe that it is, now sometimes they can be misleading, and they can show a Bible study or something, a less popular service, or you know, churches when they're leaving or coming in, but I believe that this is his church, man, you know, with a lot of empty people in it, you know, with a lot of empty seats in it, Salakia. And you got a whole sections up here. Now he looks to be in the middle of preaching here, so you know, this isn't shocking at all, because our people, they're very sottish people, man. You know, the scriptures speak heavily on this. You know, it says, prophesy to us smooth things and deceits. You know, I believe that's in Isaiah. Put smooth things in here. I've done it before. Got to get better remembering these precepts. 30 and 10. It says Isaiah 30 and 10. I'll start at 8. Now go, write it before them in a table, and note it in a book, that it may be written for the time to come, forever and ever, that this is a rebellious people. All right. So the Lord instructed them to write this down, because this would be a major marker of who our people would be as well, the rebellious and hard-headed. All right, it says that this is a rebellious people, lying children that will not hear the law of the Lord Yahweh, which say to the seers, see not, and the prophets prophesy not unto us right things, but speak unto us smooth things, prophesy deceits. All right. So that is our people. That's how we know that we're the Israelites, man. Because the guy that was willing to do this, T.D. Jakes, did it for decades. Look at how much he's come up in society. This guy's a multi-millionaire. He's got private jets, Creflo Dollar, the same thing. Any church where you just talk nice and appeal to Jake's ego, you're gonna have hella membership. Now, if Jake was righteous, we would have the Israelites would have, hella crowds, man. You know, every Saturday we go out there and preach. We would see this, man. But we don't, because they don't want to hear knowledge. They don't want to get rebuked. You can't tell them anything. All right. There's no balance to what they are feeding in their spirits. They only want to hear positive things. So what does that do? That spoils you. Just like you only allow a child to eat ice cream because it tastes good. Eventually, over time, you're going to ruin that child. Okay. All kind of other diseases set in, diabetes, high blood sugar, obesity. All because you want to just feed them an imbalanced diet, an unbalanced diet. And this is basically what's been going on. But now you see that he finally tries to hold them accountable, and they can't take it. They literally just don't show up, man. This is why the Lord is not in these places, man. And I'm willing to bet that if he continues to say the things that he's been saying, that he said last sermon, that he continues to go down that path, even more people are going to leave, man. Because these people are the walking dead, man. And the scriptures have referred to them as that. But what he finally did was actually an act of love, man. It's too late. He's got a hell of a lot of blood on his hands, and if he doesn't fully repent and come out of that, the Lord is going to destroy him and all of his congregation, present and former. Okay, this is Proverbs 27:5. Open rebuke is better than secret love. So what he did was a righteous thing, right? But Jake don't want to hear the righteous thing, man. He's hard-headed. You see, look, church is half empty over his comments to black women, so-called black women. This is this is ridiculous, and a sign that the Lord is coming back, because these churches are being confounded. A lot of these churches, they're in a scramble, man. They don't know what the hell to do. They're losing members. Now, it could be the spirit that these people that left, that might have been the thing that they needed to snap them out of this Christian bullshit, that witchcraft that's got on them. And you may have a remnant of women or men, because most of these are women that left, but you had a bunch of simp men that followed them, that if all these people left, that could be a remnant of them, could be going over into the real truth, all right, which is what the Hebrew Israelites are preaching every day. Okay, so this could be more fruit for the ministry. Now, we don't know the Most High's entire playbook, but we understand when the Lord is making moves, at least, because the church, they're deathly afraid of us getting more members. The Hebrew Israelites are the biggest threat to the church. And we don't have to show up at their church or their campus to be a threat to them. All we got to do is preach the word on the highways and byways, man. Because the Lord is confounding these preachers and these pastors already on their own. The age of information is starting to be a real offense to these people, because they can't do it. It's too pervasive. There's too many videos coming out just from Great Millstone alone, But going back to the precept, this is Proverbs 9. I'll start at 7. He that reproveth a scorner getteth to himself shame, and he that rebuketh a wicked man getteth to himself a blot, man. And that's how society works, man. That's why the scriptures speak about not being of the world, because you can't tell people anything, man. You try to reprove somebody, all right, and tell them to do something righteous, they'll make you seem like you're bugged out, or you're something's wrong with you. They'll try to shame you, even though you're speaking uprightly. All right, verse 8: reprove not a scorner, lest he hate thee. And all of these times, you had women that was probably giving him money and donating for years and years and years, loving him. All right, loving the things that he's saying. And as soon as he says something in a matter of correction, which is love, correction, then they're out. Now they hate you all of a sudden. That's why that saying of the thin line between love and hate, it's very, very true, man. It's just like that. They'll hate you for just rebuking them, Salakia. All right. It says, rebuke a wise man and he will love thee. So all of the people that left, all right, these are the unwise. All right. The unwise are gonna perish. No ifs, ands, buts about it, man. All right. I won't make this one too long. This is the last precept. This is let me see. Jeremiah 7:28, it says, but thou shalt say unto them, this is a nation that obeyeth not the voice of the Lord Jehovah their power, nor receiveth correction. All right. So this is our people, man. This is again, this is how we know that we're those people. They can't receive correction, man. At the first sign of it, they throw a fit and boycott and do all kind of other bullshit, and they're gonna go over to the next church that's gonna tell them the things that they want to hear. And they know that it's correct. In their spirit, they know that it's the right thing being told to them. All right. It says truth is perished and is cut off from their mouth. All right. So you got guys in the church next to these women. They know the truth, but they won't say anything. All right. Therefore, the truth is perished. They won't say anything because they hoping on one day, because these simp niggas will sit next to a woman for years and be friend zoned and all act all and not get any box. All right. They'll sit there and be quiet, letting these women hear things that aren't good for them. And they'll shut up their mouth from truth because they don't want to ruin it. You know? And you're the worst type of niggas, man. You're not supposed to suffer sin on your brother. And that goes for our sisters too. All right. It says, cut off thine hair, O Jerusalem, and cast it away, and take up a lamentation on high places. And cutting off your hair, it doesn't mean you women should go shave your heads. This cutting off thine hair is a custom that we do when we're mourning. All right. So this isn't instructing you to cut off your hair or to be a bald-headed woman. All right. This is alluding to, you know, go into the spirit of mourning. Okay. That's why it says, cut off thine hair, O Jerusalem, and cast it away, and take up lamentation on high places, man. Because when we would lament, that's one thing we would do. We had customs when we would lament. One custom for women would be to shave their head, especially if they were taken away from their fathers, or they were grieving, you know, especially in wartime, you know. Another one was we would cast ashes on our forehead. So we had particular customs of things that we would do in mourning and in lamentation. But it says, for the Lord Jehovah hath rejected and forsaken the generation for his wrath. All right, so the Lord rejected this whole generation, man. They rejected knowledge. He gave you a microgram of truth in all his 30, 40 years of preaching, however long he's been preaching. And that one little bit, they couldn't take it, man. They just rejected it, man. Just got up and left. All right, y'all, you rejected it, man. All right. So the Lord's going to reject you if you reject knowledge. All right. It says, for the children of Judah have done evil in my sight, saith the Lord Jehovah. They have set their abominations in the house which is called by my name to pollute it, man. And there's plenty of abominations in here, man. You got momos in the church. You calling it the house of the Lord, but what's going on in there? All right. It's nothing but a singles mixer, because you got nothing but single women in there, eyeing particular men who look like they might have money, But the only men that want to be around it are just sent men. So what happens? You have a lot of pastors, just running through women in the congregation, basically, man. Man, this isn't a house of the Most High, man. And this is what the scriptures speak about: men being the bulk of the congregation, man. That the women, if they're there, they're to sit silently in the back. All right. You're not supposed to be calling on them to give testimonies and all, like they do in church. They're out there passing around collection plates, and there's nothing wrong with women helping, but you put women at the forefront, man. All right, and because of that, it's offset the dynamic of how things are supposed to be run. You can't speak the truth anymore. You've become too reliant on the tights of women. All right, where you have to watch what you say now. All right. It says, they have set their abominations in the house which is called by my name to pollute it. It says, and they have built the high places of Tophet, which is in the valley of the son of Hinnom, to burn their sons and their daughters in the fire, all right? Which I commanded them not, neither came it into my heart. And Hinnom and all that, burning your son, goes into Molech, which the Canaanites were heavily into, okay? All right? Now, in modern day, is this going into, Roe v. Wade. But spiritually speaking, they're doing it on all levels, man. So our people were committed to wickedness. They polluted everything, man. So the Lord is going to destroy T.D. Jakes, all of his members in congregation. All right, we're coming in the time now of a great awakening. Okay, so. Get ready for more of this to happen. Get ready to be persecuted. Get ready to be slandered by members of high profile members of the church. All right. Just get ready for it, man. So with that, I'll end it there, man. Hopefully you brothers were edified. Call hello Yahweh Ba'ashim Yahweh Shai Ba'ashim Rachak Wadash Wa Abba Babal and Shalom.